What up, it's Brandon here, and welcome back to BLADER News, your #1 rollerblading news source. It's been a bit of a slow month this last month, but we've still got some juicy stories for you. So, as always, let's just roll into it with some industry news. Starting off with some pretty devastating news. BLADER Union, the non-profit best overall rollerblading website there is. It's completely obliterated every other rollerblading related website there has been. I'll even go as far to say is a very good news source, after me of course. They've officially abandoned rollerblading and have now focused on darts. They've even renamed the website to Dart Union, and I must say it's a sad day for rollerblading. I went on there earlier when I was researching for this video to try to see if I missed any news stories, and the whole website's full of articles on these pro dart players, I guess, which is pretty whack to me, but you know, I guess that's what rollerblading looks like to pro dart players, right? This happens to be an April Fool's joke, I'm hoping. And it's a pretty good one at that. I couldn't believe it when I saw it. I was like, wow, they went to a lot of effort for it. You should go check out the website. They wrote articles about all these things. So much effort's gone into it. They even posted them on Facebook. On the April Fool's run of thing, there's been a few cool things to come from rollerblading. The other good one was IRollNY. They paid a bunch of pro skateboarders to endorse IRollNY by covering themselves as other kind of companies like tobacco rolling companies, stupid stuff like that.
What's up, Craig? It's Jaren saying congratulations on your tobacco rolling paper company called IRollNY. IRollNY. IRollNY.
IRollNY.
I'm assuming they use the app Cameo to do it. This is probably just going to piss some skateboarders off, which sucks, but I mean, the skateboarders just made money off IRollNY. Hope they don't mind too much, but it was funny nonetheless. Moving away from April Fools onto some real news. This story is actually one that was happening last month that I somehow missed. Similar to the Rob G story, but not quite as sad. Jaron the Monster Grob, rollerblader from the 90s who absolutely killed it, won every competition there ever has been, pretty much. And he's a 2-time gold medalist from the X Games in January. He fell and partially tore his ACL. If you've ever heard of someone tearing that, it kind of screws you up pretty bad. But to make it even worse, a few months later, he fell pretty hard again and tore his other ACL completely. And he's been going through surgery and trying to foot the bill himself. And if anyone knows what America's like for medical bills, it ain't nice. So one of his friends has started a GoFundMe for him. And I think it's probably a little bit of a better cause than the GoFundMes we were talking about last month. No flame to Joe Atkinson, but he should start a Patreon, but that's just my idea. But yeah, if you want to go help him out, I think he deserves it. He's a really good rollerblader. Seems like a good dude. Everyone loves him. It's before my time, but I can tell he's super good. I'm never going to win an X Games gold medal, and that's not just because we're not in the X Games anymore. That's just because I'll never be that good at rollerblading. But yeah, I'll link to the GoFundMe in the description. You should help him out if you can. He seems to raise a decent amount already, but it'd be cool if he can make it to his goal. Moving on, remember the next generation rollerblading game that was coming out called On a Roll? Well, it's officially been released on Switch. And I just got a Switch, so I'm hyped. Sadly, I am joking right there, although a game called On a Roll did get released on Switch, but it is not the On a Roll that we wish it was. Sadly, all the social media of On a Roll has gone silent for the last 7 months or so. People are getting very angry about it. It's every other day I see someone posting on there really pissed off that this game hasn't came out on console yet, and it hasn't had any word at all from the developer. This is really sad because the last update that was posted on their Facebook page looked really good. The creator of On a Roll, he's all by himself again. If you didn't know this, he did have a small team that he was having help port the game to consoles, but they left for unknown reasons, and so he stuck doing it himself. I don't know, it's really sad to see. I'm really hoping that this isn't the last we're going to hear about this, because this game looks so promising. I've been a fan of this game since the day it came out. I backed it. I've been playing it on my crappy laptop. It's been a while since I picked it up now, but it is a lot of fun. I never thought there'd be a day where I could go out and create myself in a rollerblading video game and go skate a spot and be able to do relevant tricks, you know, unlike aggressive inline. And I don't know, that game has so much potential, and I just really want it to get done. So what I'm calling for our rollerblading community to do is to stop all these comments saying like, you promised me the console version 2 years ago, because that, if anything, that's going to make him not want to do this anymore. So I'm calling my community, everyone that's watching this right now, hit the link in the description and go check out the Facebook page. Leave a comment how you understand how hard this is to do for one person and that you still are really looking forward to this game in the hopes that we maybe get a response and maybe darken out all the lame comments he's getting on this. But anyway, moving on to our last story, is Bladergang a scam? All over Facebook, I've been seeing a lot of posts from people in the UK saying they've been buying Bladergang products and they've just never been sent. And this isn't just one person, I've seen a lot of people posting this. If you go on the Bladergang page now, you'll see all the reviews, except for maybe like one or two, are very negative, and Bladergang just seems to be ignoring it, which isn't a good sign. It appears that the UK has a big problem with IRollNY, the guy who runs Bladergang. I've noticed this before because I've seen IRollNY posted a pic of Wheel Scene, which I'm assuming is in the UK. I'm not 100% on that. They DM'd him, criticizing him for how he edited Forever, his last VOD, and how he gave himself the final section. And it was just really uncalled for, very hateful. When I saw it, I was just like, damn, that's weird. And I was like, that can't be the real Wheel Scene page, right? But then after seeing all these reviews and all these people saying they've just been ripped off and they've pretty much just been donating money to them because they never see the product, I can kind of understand why they'd be pissed off. There's a slight chance this could just be like a hit piece on IRollNY where the UK just doesn't like him. So they've just been mass giving bad reviews. But just from what I've seen, this stuff seems pretty believable. There was one that IRollNY actually responded to where he just started ignoring him after one reply, which is very unprofessional, really not a good look for the brand. But then on the other hand, every experience I've had with Bladergang, meaning like I've never bought anything from there because I'm broke, but I wish I could. But all my mates around New Zealand have brought stuff, it always shows up. And everyone in the US has no problem. I mean, of course it's in the US, so I don't know what the problem is with getting it to the UK. It's a little bit weird. In my opinion, IRollNY shouldn't be ignoring this. He should be talking about it. He should be explaining what's happening. He should be going full customer support mode and, you know, at least refunding these people, because that's absolutely terrible to just be taking their money. And if it's all false and wrong, he should come out and say that it is, because it's just ruining him at the moment. That's just my opinion though. I want to pass this off to you. Let me know what your thoughts are on this situation and any of the other ones I talked about. I'll be in the comments below talking to you. But that's it for industry news. Let's move on to everyone's favorite, product news. Just quickly before we get into product news, if you like what I'm doing here and you want to support the series, please check out the link in the description to grab one of the official cups, or you can even grab the official Lace Basic Tee. They're 10% off this week only, shipping and tax included. Your support will be greatly appreciated. Jumping into product news though. So we've got a new product from everyone's favorite revived brand, 50/50. They're diving into the world of wheels. And they didn't just do it what most companies would do, where they just find some cheap wheel and chuck their logo on it. Instead, Lawrence has designed a wheel that is perfect for skating flat in the 50/50 frame, which is very smart. I really like that. So this wheel is a very unique wheel all around. It's got a unique profile, it's got a unique hardness and a unique size. So the profile doesn't really have a name because it's a mixture of a few profiles, but essentially is the perfect profile for the 50/50 frame, where you're not going to get wheel bite when you're doing the H-spot grinds because of the angle. You won't be touching the side. It's also a 55A, which is a very soft wheel, which is very unique. You won't find a soft wheel like that anywhere these days. And it's also a 58mm wheel, which you really can't find anywhere at all anymore. Apparently that's the size all wheels used to be back in the day, according to Lawrence. And he reckons that's probably the perfect size for aggressive skating. And they're also this very crispy black, and I am a very big fan of black wheels. Not that I have any here right now, except for these anti-rockers. But black wheels look fresh, and I would absolutely love to try these wheels out. So my thoughts on these wheels, I'm very excited for them. They look very cool. I really like that they were designed for the frame for skating flat. Usually when there's something designed for skating flat, it's to do with how the frame's set up. But I like that the wheels were designed for it so that a normal frame can be skated flat. Lawrence did put out a video on his channel where he's trying them out. And he says that they don't stick like a normal flat setup would, that when you get wheel bite, that it still slides. But just from my opinion, from watching it, it looked like typical wheel bite to me. But that's why I would really like to give them a try, so I don't know. Moving on to another new product though, we got some new skates again, which is always good news. And this is coming from Razors again. Razors has been releasing a bunch of new skates, which is really cool. This one's unique in the fact that it's made by girls for girls. It's a Razor Loca. I feel like I'm murdering that name. But it's essentially a shift with a V-cut cuff which razors have never had a V-cut cuff stock before, so it's been more of a rims thing. And they also bring back the mint color with this mint slider sole plate, and I think it looks much better than the mints did. I really like the subtle mint. I don't like the whole mint. I think the skate's gonna look a lot better. That's just my thoughts though. The other unique thing about the skate is it comes in a smaller size that all the other razors don't come in, meaning that you can probably even get this for your kids, which is cool. More options for kids, I'm all about that. And sadly, that's it for product news. It's been a bit of a slow month, as I said. So let's move on to my favorite part of this video, which is media y'all should check out. Starting off, of course, with Auckland Zoo, my favorite. We got a nice little quiz from their crew when they're out skating.
A warm welcome to today's Auckland Zoo quiz. The question is, why was Eugene running?
I absolutely love these videos. I always wonder what they're going to do next. There's always just some twist about it. It's so good. If you ain't subscribed, definitely hit that link in the description and subscribe to them. You won't regret it. It's so funny. Another thing we're blessed with is another episode of Out and About from Nick Lomax. It starts off with this woman chucking something gross on the lens and then just complete fire from then on. Looks like a blast. We also got this really cool trailer from Nils Janssen again, advertising his new VOD, which is supposed to come out any day now in April, which I'm excited about. Over on IG, Bobby Spazov blew our mind with this crazy trick, which is greatly named by the homie business community. It's called the floor is lava. Oh wait, no it isn't. I guess I'll land the trick then, which I think is such a good name for that trick. Also, Blade Junkies UK made this really cool piece of artwork showing the progression of Alex Brosco's style. And he says he's going to be doing Chris Farmer next, which I'm super hyped for. I think this would be a really cool t-shirt, but I don't know. I think them should get on that. It's really sick. That's just me though. And on a final note, I have another channel to shout out. I've linked to their stuff in a few other Blader news, but I never linked to them. I'm going to highly recommend checking out Acosta Blades. Now, Josh has been absolutely killing it with this channel, especially with the tutorials. He's been pushing out tutorials a lot, and he's got a really good, unique way of diving into how to teach things. He's looking at things in ways that most people would just kind of gloss over and wouldn't even think about. So I think it's really good. He's even tackled the impossible teaching of topside on ledge, which is one of those things that once you have it, it's so hard to remember what it was like to learn it. And that's what I'm struggling with. That's why I've been avoiding that trick. So yeah, I definitely recommend checking him out. He'll be linked in the description. Go check him and subscribe. Tell him I sent you. On that same note, I've got a small clothing company called Gloom Apparel, which supports some local rollerbladers. It really reminds me of Lace when I first started it out. I know how hard it is to get things moving, and they make some cool stuff, so I reckon you should check it out. There'll be a link in the description as well. That's it for Blader News this month. But as always, this is Blader News. It's a discussion. I want to know what you guys' thoughts are on any of the stories that covered today. I'll be in the description talking to you myself. Be sure to like this video if you like what I'm doing here. Subscribe if you want to see more. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Huge shout out to my patrons, Brothers Blading, Deb, Dennis, Fabian, Freaky Geeks Podcast, Floey, Matt, and Mike. You guys are amazing. I'm Brandon Drummond. This has been Blader News, and I'll see you guys next month. Or next week if you want to see some skating. It's up to you. Peace out.